What's up? How you doing? In the 80s, I went to Washington, D.C. with my family, and we saw all the important things, all the sites, monuments, things like that. We even went to the Smithsonian, and up until that time, I had never seen an episode of MASH, but for some reason, I was fascinated with buying the T-shirt and the sweatshirt from that show. It was like the Red Cross, and it said MASH. So I got that, and finally we were going to go to the White House. So we get there, and, you know, the tour. Go inside with a bunch of other people, and we're kind of walking, you know, through the White House with all these other people, including the tour guide. And everybody's acting properly, except my mother. My mother's touching things in the White House, things you're not supposed to touch. She's getting out of line, touching the fabric, touching this, touching this. And I tell her, I go, stop touching things. I go, you're going to break something in here. Make you pay for it. She gives me one of those. I said, all right, go touch. So we get to this room, and it has fancy curtains. And immediately my mother goes over where the curtains are to feel the fabric. She starts touching them and telling my father, this is good material. I go, what'd you think it would be like, you know, Morgan Memorial material? So, start walking a little bit, and all of a sudden I hear noise, like somebody's falling down a flight of stairs. And I look over, and my mother had grabbed onto the curtain and somehow lost her balance and was trying to break her fall, and she yanked the curtain right off the window. And she was on the floor with the curtain all wrapped around her, and everybody was looking at her, and it was a bit embarrassing. So a couple of people from the White House came up and helped her up, and told her, oh, it's okay, it's okay. And I told her, I go, didn't I tell you don't touch anything in here? She goes, thought they had it more stabilized. I go, it's a curtain, it's not a foundation. So anyway, that's what happened back then, and then we got in the station wagon and drove back home. Good memories.